Hello everyone and welcome back to Adventures of Me, and today we're continuing our Game of Day game discussions. And in today's episode we're going to be talking about Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. This game is one of those games on the GameCube that I absolutely loved. I've actually got my memory card in this case, so obviously I was playing it kind of towards the end of my run of playing GameCube games in the more recent times. It is the player's choice version, of course, because it is silver. But Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was one of those games that I played alongside watching the Sonic DX, I think it's what it was, Sonic X. There was a TV show, an animated cartoon that was on in the mornings when I was at school, and I kind of played this alongside watching that, a kind of mid-end primary school era. And this game is one of those games that I just love playing. I absolutely loved Sonic. I will even go on record saying that Sonic the Hedgehog, the 3D design of the franchise on the PlayStation 3, I even enjoyed that despite all of those bugs and all the issues that came around with the sloppy development of that game. I actually really enjoyed that game. I'm a massive fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'm a massive fan of all of the games, even the bad ones. I don't know what it is about it, I've always just loved them. So Sonic Adventure 2 Battle coming out alongside the time that I was watching the TV show as well, which I was also obsessed with, kind of became one of those games that I would play all the time. You have like a light side and a dark side story. So you got the story where you're following Sonic and friends, you got the story that's following Shadow and friends, and then they kind of meld together and then you fight off the ultimate evil at the end. I loved that aspect of this game. I think that it was one of those games where they did a pretty alright job with it. Although there are a lot of flaws that come out later on, that opening level that has like the amazing soundtrack, the fast-paced action down the street. It's one of those things that a lot of people do remember and say is a great game. I know there's also a lot of criticism about this game out there. Definitely something that has been a lot of fun in my eyes to play through. I also love the fact that you had the Chow Garden where you could raise your own, hatch and raise your own chows. And then you got to compete with them against other chows in like different competitions. I remember there was a karate tournament type thing with the chow, and there was a race, and you'd collect different animals throughout the regular story missions, and you'd take them and you'd give them to the chows, and that would increase certain features about the chows. So they might get, for example, a tiger's tail or bunny ears as you create them, and there was also like the main garden that you would unlock, and then there was like a heaven garden and a hell garden type thing. I don't know how they listed it. It was like an overworld and underworld type situation where you could create like angelic chows and you could create like demonic chows, evil ones. I really like that fact as well. I always struggled getting kind of like the dark evil ones. I don't know what it was. I always struggled to get it, even though I knew some people that told me how to do it. Lots of fun though, being able to mix up and have different personalities with them as well. I think this game, the multiplayer was not that great. There was like a treasure hunt version of something and a race version of the levels. It was altered versions as well. But they kind of just weren't that well implemented in memory, at least. I did play a bit with my brother, but I think it was one of those things that we just didn't enjoy that much in terms of the multiplayer aspect to it. It was more that solo single-player story that we love playing. Yeah, and I think that's where this game kind of really stood out. I loved the 3D character design in this. I think it is one of the better iterations of 3D Sonic in terms of design for the time. Obviously, like the newer 3D Sonics, the graphics do look improved because naturally they would, being that it is a progress in time they've learnt how to create better looking pixels for us all. Graphics, whatever you'd like to call it. But for the time that this came out, this game did actually look pretty good. It was kind of like watching a 3D version of the cartoon, and I think that's one of those things that was very enjoyable. Yeah, I don't have much more else to say about this. I do recommend this for Sonic fans, especially if you enjoyed Sonic on the Dreamcast. This is, I believe, a port of that anyway, the Sonic Adventure situation. But lots of fun. I really enjoyed this game, and I think that it is worth a look, at least. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to see more content coming your way. Yeah, I've got some more games coming up. One that I did complete recently in the next few days. We'll talk about that. See what I have to say about what impression that left on me, but you'll have to wait 2 days. You'll see what game it is. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll catch you next time.